I'm just about to head out to class, and I'm also like all dressed up and fancy right now. Don't think it's too easy to see, but I had a presentation today, and one of the requirements was to dress up. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. But other than looking fancy, right? I have class in like 3 minutes, and I just wanted to tell you guys that I've been trying to do a thing, and I've just been learning a lot of really dumb things. So I have my little laptop here, and I've been trying to get it to work with my big screen. This is the 27-inch BenQ, what is this, GW2765, I think? And it's a 1440p monitor. Actually, both of these are 1440p monitors, and then these are the old 1080p monitors. But, so I've been trying to use VGA to get 1440p resolution out, and technically, the VGA standard works up to 1600p, which is slightly larger than what this is. The only problem is the determining factor is whether or not the VGA port itself or the VGA controller can output at a certain frequency. And by that I mean, like, I think VGA normally goes up to a 400 megahertz signal, but it needs to be implemented in order for that to work. And right now, I'm not 100% sure if it is. So my way of testing things is, well, right now, this screen is running at 1080p instead of 1440p. I don't know if it's at all noticeable while it's on the camera, but that window looks really large there, and then this window looks very small here. And that's because it's just blown up because it's 1080p and not 1440p. But, what I've been trying to do is inject custom resolutions and custom frequencies and everything over to the, or as just a custom resolution and try to force it. Unfortunately, the Intel driver does not allow you to do that, and I've been looking at a lot of forum posts on this, and apparently, like, people have been requesting it. They're like, can you please let us do this? And there are a lot of, like, really good reasons to do this. Most of them aren't what I want to do. Like, I want to overclock the display in this laptop just to see if I can, because the display in that laptop can go up to, like, roughly 110 hertz before it starts to break. But I want to know what happens if I try to do it with this. I just want to see if it works. But more importantly, I want to be able to run. This might be a little bit much to ask from such a small little laptop. Oh, okay. I guess it's just going to switch into that entirely. But I would like to run both of these screens off of this little laptop, just so, like, when I'm working on stuff, I can plug in that laptop and just continue to work, because I often start a lot of my classwork on this thing just because it's convenient, and I'm, like, staying at the Golisano building, which is where I have most of my classes. Just in between classes, I can work on it, and then I come back, plug it in, have it on both of these, and then I am good to go. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like it's that easy. But yeah, maybe if anything, I'll be able to get one of them to work. This laptop has mini HDMI right there. Unfortunately, I need to get an adapter for that because that is mini HDMI and not normal HDMI. But these are all things that I can figure out. But I need to get ready for class because I have class in about... You're not awake. You're not asleep. There we go. Now you're asleep. If I can get that to work, that'll be fantastic. I'm actually kind of, like, I just got this laptop around the beginning of the semester, and I'm a little bit sad about a couple of the things, because there is another laptop, which is the E6230, which is more or less the same computer. It's just slightly smaller. And, yeah, it doesn't have a lot of the problems that I have with this computer. Well, not even problems, it's just features that I do or don't want, such as it doesn't have a CD drive, which I don't need, and that helps limit down a bit. Apparently, it has a better thermal solution, even though it's a smaller laptop. I don't know how that works. I think I need to reapply the thermal paste on that laptop, actually. And on top of that, it has a full-size HDMI port instead of a mini HDMI port, and those are just convenient. But I need to go to class, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Today, I make this. I am excited. Right now, it's warming up because it needs to warm up a little bit before you're supposed to be cooking it. I'm going to take it out. It's already sort of seasoned, but I'm going to season it further with some of this. I have good old pepper. Let's see, some minced onions. I don't know if I'm going to need that. Some garlic salt, and some Old Bay. I'm probably also going to need just regular old salt, because A couple of my friends have told me that they have made these before, and apparently they're not super seasoned, so I'm going to try my best to flavor it up a little bit more. I'm excited. The meat is now seasoned. Added everything on. Unfortunately, when I took it out of the packaging, it broke into two pieces. This chunk right here broke off, and this is almost broken, so have to be careful. I'm looking through here, trying to figure out if there's anything else I want to add. This is the first time I am making a steak, so I am a little hesitant to add too much in that I don't know how to add things yet. So I think I might just leave it at that. I'm tempted to throw in a little bit of celery seed, or you know what, I bet thyme would be good. Let's throw a little bit of that. I mean, it's going to be a little weird considering it's a teriyaki steak, but it's okay. Anything else? Parsley flakes? Nah. What's this? Dill weed? Nope. Oregano? Nah. Nah, I think that's going to be good enough as is. I'm really excited because I really like Old Bay, and I threw a bit of Old Bay onto this, and now it's just slowly getting to a delicious temperature. I don't think this camera does justice to how good this looks though, because oh, that is a magnificent looking steak to be. But then again, it was just a prepackaged steak, so maybe not. But I'm excited. It's time. I think I've let the steak rest for long enough, and by rest I mean warm up long enough. I'm getting impatient. I need to throw this in. So I need to wait for this to like get really hot, and then I need to drop it in that way so the oil doesn't splatter on me, but the oil is still going to splatter, and it's going to be a very scary experience because I'm afraid of oil splatter, and I flinch and make loud noises every time it happens. So maybe I'll put on a long sleeve shirt. I'm going to do that. The steak is starting to settle down. It was a terrifying first few minutes, and I have made a huge mess. Don't think you can properly see it, but I need to keep this on a little bit longer. I just took a piece off and cut it a little bit to see how well done it was, and it should be getting really close to completion. I'm going for a medium rare to medium. Hopefully I can get that medium rare because I love my medium rare meat, but this looks pretty good. Unfortunately, the steak broke into another piece yet, and I learned that these tongs are awful, so I'm gonna need to get a new pair of tongs, but I'm excited. Okay, this now needs 5 minutes to rest, and then it'll be edible. So at 6:08 p.m., I will be a very, very happy potato. Unfortunately, this is literally all I made. I don't have the time to make mashed potatoes, nor do I have potatoes, nor do I have everything else that you need in order to make a delicious steak meal, but that'll be good enough for me. So I've definitely made this a little bit more well done than I wanted to, actually significantly more well done than I wanted to, so that's unfortunate, but let's see how it came out. Yep, that came out really good. Wow, it's flavorful. I'm gonna do this again. Except this time, next time I'm not gonna get one of these steaks that's already been seasoned. I'm gonna season it myself because as good as this teriyaki is, I think it was because it was seasoning for such a long time that it became too brittle and then it just stopped holding itself together. But yeah, I have 3 steak chunks. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful. I am happy. I gotta take a picture of this now and post it onto Facebook. It's the last bite. First of all, it was amazing. Second of all, despite me like, I guess I didn't technically overcook it. It was more along the lines of medium to medium well as opposed to medium, the other thing, medium rare. But it has been incredibly flavorful and very tender. I've been just trying to like absorb all of the flavor that dripped off of it. And this is like just a creamy, sweet deliciousness. It's basically butter, oil, and teriyaki sauce. So it's really good. And this is the last bite. And I'm really sad that this is the last bite because I've enjoyed every bite very much so. So, 2 potatoes or something like that. So now that the steak is done, this has been something that I've wanted to do for a while. This is a laptop that I got from someone for like 50 bucks. This is a MacBook. I believe it's a 2012, what is it? The A1278. But it has water damage and doesn't turn on at all. So I want to take it apart and clean it and see if I can do anything about it because this would be a neat thing to resurrect. And a MacBook Pro for like 50 bucks even though it's from 2012, would be pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm going to open up and see if I can fix anything. I don't know if I said it, but it has water damage. I think they spilled some sort of sweet drink on it because it doesn't turn on at all, and there's like this, the keys are sticky. So, it's cleaning time. Well, it's opened up, and so far it doesn't look bad. Actually, it doesn't look bad at all. I can't see any damage whatsoever. The person that had this before me tried to get it repaired. They took it in for repairs, but they told me that it wasn't successful. So, yeah, I'm gonna take out the battery, I'm gonna take out the memory. At some point or another, I'm gonna replace the memory to see if that fixes it. If that doesn't fix it, well, yeah, really, I don't know what to do to attempt to fix this, because if it's a fried logic board, there's really nothing I can do. But if it's something simple, then, well, it's worth a try at the very least. So let's see. Oh, this RAM is really hard to get out, especially with one hand. The little battery thing is a little cracked, so I guess the battery doesn't stay in place correctly. Warning, do not remove the battery. Don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. The question is, how do I remove it? Oh, there's a screw right there. Is that a tri-wing screw? Oh, those are obnoxious to take apart. I don't even think I have the, no, I definitely don't have the right bit, but I might be able to somehow get it off with, like, a flat head, or maybe if I push really hard, I can get it off with the normal Phillips head, but that's unfortunate. But yeah, I think in order for me to actually figure out what's dead, I'm going to need to take the logic board out and see the other side, because the drink was spilled through the keyboard onto the computer. So that'll be fun. It took me a second to realize it, but the tri-wing screws aren't even, like, the biggest problem. This laptop is held together with hex nuts, at least that's what I think they're called, these hexagonal screw things, and I have no way of taking this apart, I've realized. So, what I'm going to have to do is ask a friend if I can borrow their iFixit toolkit or something along those lines, because I think I have one that has, like, that, and that thing has more or less everything you'd ever need to take apart anything. But until I get my hands on one of those, I can't do anything. So all I've done was basically clean this. I think I'm going to give this side a scrub. Don't think that's going to do anything, but I'm 90% sure that the problem is on the other side of this guy right here. So, I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fix it, but at the very least, I'll be able to clean it and see if I can fix it. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything with this now, so I'm just going to reassemble it because there's no point in keeping it assembled, or disassembled. So yeah, it's unfortunate. So I was saying that the issue, well, a noticeable issue is, as you can hear, those keys sound very sticky, and they are very sticky. It's very difficult to press down these keys, but these ones are fine. And they start getting mushy around this point right here. And maybe luckily, that's where the CD drive is. So I'm wondering if I yank out the CD drive entirely, if that might fix things. The power button is over here, and it doesn't seem like it doesn't seem squishy, so I think the main power switch itself is okay, and I think all the spill damage happened right here, which means the drink came down right here and then seeped into the keyboard. But since it's not super sticky in this area, assuming that the person... Oh, wait, these buttons are a little gunky. And right here... Wait, I think that's either the hard drive... Yeah, the hard drive's right here, the battery's right here. So there is a small chance that the logic board itself, which is in this general area, did not sustain any damage. And if that's the case, that would be fantastic, because that would just be tearing out a couple of things, and heck, if I could fix this thing, one of the things that I would do would probably be, if I were to use this after I fixed it, was replace the CD drive flat out with just another hard drive, because I don't use a CD drive. My little laptop, I think, is in my bag, and it has the CD drive too, which is one of the most useless things ever for me. But, oh, I would show you guys one last thing, but unfortunately my laptop, I believe, is dead. But earlier today I was talking about how I was frustrated that I could not inject custom settings into my monitor, or by that I mean, like, force custom resolutions and refresh rates. Well, I can't do that in Windows, but for some odd reason I can do it in OS X. Actually, I kind of want to show this to you, but it's probably going to take a little while to start up the computer. But basically I was able to force the laptop screen to run at 110 Hertz on here. Works perfectly fine, Couldn't get it to 120. I tried 120 and it just went to a black screen. I'm going to try to push it a little bit more. I could probably get it up to like 110 or so. Or no, it's at 110, like 115, maybe a little bit higher. I'd like to get it to 120 just because that's a very nice number. But yeah, that laptop screen overclocks a lot. It's funny because this laptop also, I can push the screen to about 110 hertz too, but both of these don't go up to, they stay around like 72, I think that's about as high as I can get, and these also don't overclock at all, so it's kind of funny how the only things that I can overclock are laptop screens, and it's even funnier that this one overclocks so freaking well, and so does that one. I don't know about that one, and I don't know about the Lenovo one, obviously, since the screen is all but missing at this point. But yeah, I don't know. I need to do stuff. I need to stop doing this stuff and work on other stuff, so I think I'm going to do that now. I was going to finish off my vlog by attempting to test my phone as a video recording device and see how the footage looked. And, I mean, the footage doesn't look horrible, but the problem is the audio is incredibly desynced. Like, let's see if I can get a spot where I'm talking. I was just messing around looking at the crazy fast exposure time.
Oh, that's insane.
But
that's so cool.
It's
modern technology, so neat. But yeah, that's the deal.
it's so desynced. So I think I'm gonna have to trash that and just finish off the vlog here. So guys, I do hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. In the previous shot, as I always do, I struggled to figure out what to say at the end because I still don't have a proper way to end off the vlogs. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed today's steak. I probably look exhausted, and I mean that's no different than how I've been this entire week because, wow, I have not been getting enough sleep because I've had too much to do. But today was good because I made that steak and it came out really good. Even though it wasn't as... It was too cooked. If it were a little bit less cooked, although it was very juicy, so that was a very good thing, but if it were slightly less well done, I think it would have been fantastic. I mean, it already was. I think it would have been more fantastic, but... yeah, I'm gonna trash that footage because it's very bad. But I want to show you guys a thing. So I don't know if this is going to be easy to demonstrate with the camera, but I realized come on, focus only on this. There we go. So the exposure time that the time it takes to expose the image and to like compensate on this thing is ridiculous. Like, let's see if I can do this without really messing stuff up. So from there to there, you see it just like change instantly. It's crazy fast. And yeah, like, wow, I knew this was fast, but I didn't think it was that fast. That is just insane. Unfortunately, the audio is so desynced that I don't even want to attempt to use it. Although I think that might be because I tried to record at 1080p onto a slow device, or onto slow memory, so... who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be all for now, guys. I do hope you enjoyed today, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Don't know what I'm gonna say here, so I'm just gonna go to sleep instead. See you guys later.